Do you remember your first? Because I want to share with you mine. What's going on? How's everybody doing? How is everybody feeling? My name is Christoph, and I'm a 40-year-old quadriplegic living with an extremely rare muscle disease called myofibrillary myopathy that has slowly debilitated my muscles over time. For those of you that are new here, or maybe you just don't know, I recently launched my documentary short, It Started with the Heart, a Sugar Beach digital production for pay-per-view worldwide. The 23-minute short chronicles my miraculous survival story. Now, I'm sure you can imagine it was a process to get to this point, and a lot has happened in the last 2 years, which is why I would like to share with you some of my most impactful firsts during the process. Back in March of 2021, I was at a standstill with my book, my merchandise, my whole brand in general. I talked about this in more detail in the video where I did the interview with Anne, so if you want more information, you can check out that episode in my video section. Shout out to my film Ladybug. And I had pretty much done everything that I could on my own at that point, and I've since realized that you really need a team behind you. If you want to be any kind of successful, you can't do it on your own. And so it was at that time that a good family friend referred me to the award-winning production team at Sugar Beach Digital. Mind you, I originally hired Jennifer and Kenny with the idea that they would do a promotional video for my book. Well, 5 months later, they surprised me with a film. And believe me, I have also learned that there's a difference between a video and a fully produced, fully edited, professionally done film. I vividly remember how I felt when I hit play, and in the opening scene, chills. And I was fully captivated by a story that I lived. I didn't even feel like I was watching a story about myself. It was so beautifully done in a way that I really feel like my life was gonna have a purpose and mean something. I don't live with my mom. I live with my caretaker, Emmanuel, and my mom comes by a couple times a week. So that particular day, I got to watch the film by myself, which I was very happy about. But then immediately I wanted to share it with her, And so the following day she came by and we watched it together.
While he was being operated on, the doctors decided he wasn't strong enough for bone, and they did not transplant the kidney, which led to Christoph needing dialysis. My brother and I...
For anybody that knows my mama, she is not one to be speechless. She's also very, very, vibrant. She has a very big personality, very animated, and I have seen her cry maybe a handful of times throughout my life, and believe it or not, most of those times were not when I was in the hospital. She always exuded strength. Put it this way, my mom is very strong-willed. She is a very tough woman, and so to just see her so vulnerable and overcome by emotion, again, by a story that she too lived, it was just such a magical thing, and I'm really glad that we got to share in that together. And then I really couldn't wait to share with the rest of my family. And at that point, after the first time I saw it, it wasn't even a matter of oh, I hope they like it. It was more so I can't wait for them to see it and be in awe and just as captivated as I was. And just sure enough, and these were people that lived this with me, that were just completely taken aback. At this point, Sugar Beach Digital had fully developed a website for the film at theheartfilm.com, as well as social media platforms to help support the film as well, at The Heart Film. So be sure to subscribe to At The Heart Film here on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Heart Film. I organized a GoFundMe to help support me in my mission to complete the full feature, as well as to cover the costs of things like branding, marketing, consulting, film festival entry fees, and even travel. It was your generous donations that helped us to enter the 6 film festivals that we were accepted in. I was very excited now to get a reaction from complete strangers. And in the middle of Jennifer and Kenny entering us into the film festivals that they thought would be the best fit or that we were eligible for, that we could afford for that matter, I ended up getting a pulmonary embolism. And I was hospitalized and everything kind of came to a halt for me. And thankfully, by the grace of God, we caught the blood clot early enough so it was able to be treated. They put me on blood thinners and observed me for a few days, and then thankfully I was able to go back home safely. And I'm not even kidding you, on the day of my discharge, I got a phone call from the producer, Jennifer, and she told me that we had been officially accepted into our first film festival, which was the Tampa Bay Underground Film Festival.
Great. So this long email, a lot of details came in, and it said, would you please invite Christoph to St. Pete, Florida, a week of December 2nd through the 5th, because your story is an official selection in the Tampa Bay Underground Film Festival.
Oh my gosh! Oh wow! Wow! Oh man!
There we go. We're on the road.
Wow! Oh my gosh! So our first official film festival. Wow!
St. Pete, Tampa,
That's
Florida.
wow!
Yeah, it's called the Tampa Bay Underground Film Festival.
Oh my god! Thank you, Joe. Stay tuned for my next episode of First, where I'll be discussing traveling as a quadriplegic on life support and getting on a plane for the first time after 5 years. I'll also be discussing how I managed to attend my first film festival and what that experience was like. So be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates on all content Christoph. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. And be sure to rent and watch my short documentary, It Started With the Heart, a Sugar Beach digital production on Vimeo. The link is in my description and will be in the comments. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I'll see you in the next episode.